So hello everyone and welcome. It is a pleasure to meet you for this brief presentation to inform you of different things about the transition to the college. So the first one on the support of your teenager in the choice of his or her academic path. Also about all the programs at La Salle College to get a better idea of what we can offer, and eventually on the choice of a program that will be interesting for him or her. I'm sorry. You can ask your question in the Q&A box and we will answer them at the end of the presentation. So let me introduce myself. My name is Alice. I'm a student coordinator at La Salle College for almost a few months now, and I completed my internship with Louise, the college guidance counselor, and I'm a recent graduate from UQAM in career development. So this is Louise, the guidance counselor at the college for 10 years now, and also previously a teacher at the college for several years. So she knows the youth from different perspectives.
Bonjour.
So first, let's talk about the transition to the college and the different resources available. This transition is a major step for youth person. So this is why your support and encouragement are essential for their success. Your interest in the results has a positive effect on this success, of course, and also with the new online study mode requires a lot of adaptation on the part of the student, but also, of course, on the part of you, the parents. All the teaching and administrative staff are also there to ensure their success. The teachers have at heart the achievement of your teens, and they will be able to help them. We have a lot of resource persons who are also there to support them in their journey, such as the psychosocial worker for more personal problems, the guidance counselor Louise for questions about their academic path, the adapted services counselor to benefit more pedagogical adaptation that promote integration in academic success, the student life counselor to keep them motivated in other areas, and also the employment services advisor to help them create a resume, a cover letter, find a job, and an internship. Also, that's a transition, a big transition that requires increased independence and some adjustment to the level of the schedule, which is very different from the high school, the functioning of the courses, and also the time management, which is crucial in the college. Moving from a more supervised system to a more autonomous system, the youth must ask for help and do not wait for it. And also it comes from those around him or her. The youth person must take responsibility for the organization of his, of his or her study time, work, and the participation in classes, which will require discipline and attendances. Let's take a look at the organization at the programs at La Salle College. So first thing we need to know is that college studies are the first level of higher education, included ACS and DCS. In French, it's AEC and DEC. So when you're going to see those in the presentation, is the same as the ACS and DCS. So the ACS, those are short-term programs. They were created specifically for adult students and to reflect the recent reality of the labor market. So we are not going to speak about the ACS during the presentation, but if you have more questions, you can go on the website of College La Salle to know more about this. We have the DCS, of course. So there's two different types of DCS. The first one is the pre-university DCS. It's actually 2 years, and that leads directly to university. We're going to see them after. And we have the technical DCS. It's 3 years, more specific and that lead directly to the labor market and also university. Those programs included internships in the workplace and integrative projects. So the college offers 13 technical programs and 2 pre-university programs in English and French, so bilingual, from 5 schools. So we can see here the 5 schools: fashion, art and design, social science and education, business and technologies, hotel management and tourism, and also VFX and game design. Just gonna take a sip of water. So the first school here is the International School of Fashion, Arts and Design, which includes 3 different deck. So the first one is the fashion design. We also have the fashion marketing, and the third one, a new one, creative industries management. So for the fashion design, it's for youth people who are passionate about fashion and have a very artistic and creative spirit, but also an enterprising and manual who want to become, for example, a designer, a costume designer, stylist, and way more. We also have the fashion marketing. So this program is for people who are interested in fashion, who are attracted to management and entrepreneurship, and who eventually want to be, for example, a buyer, a brand and product manager, a fashion show coordinator. Finally, for the creative industries management, as I said, it's a new program, and it's very interesting because we take like the management and the artistic way. So it's for youth people who are both attracted to management and arts and who want to work in the 7 major sectors of the creative industries as architecture, design, performing arts, visual arts, tour coordinator. They can become also a project coordinator, content manager, so a lot of different jobs. The second school is the International School of Management and Technology, which includes 4 different programs. We have the DEC in Business Management, the DEC in Accounting and Management Technology, Computer Science Technology for more the programming, and the Computer Science Technology for Network and Security Management. The DEC in Business Management is for those who have an enterprising, social and organized profile and who wish to become a sales representative, manager of business, and more. The accounting and management technique is for, it's not for everyone, but you know, there's a lot of different jobs in the accounting market. So for those who have a more analytical, organized, enterprising profile and who wish to become an accounting technician, assistant account, and a bookkeeper. Also, the computer science technology programming is for people who are way more analytical profile, enterprising, and it's to become a computer technician or a programmer. Of course, there's more than that, but those are the principal jobs that you can make with this. And finally, the last one for the network and security management, they need to be analytical, of course, as the technology programming, organized, and the social profile. So it's become a network management technician, system and multi-platform network administrator, user support, and computer maintenance technician. So here we continue with the School of VFX and Video Game. As we know, now it's a very in-demand program. So here we have the computer science technology, video game programming, And it's for youth people attracted to highly creative and analytical and become a video game developers, programmer, analyst, and application analyst. Now let's talk about the International School of Hospitality and Tourism, which includes 3 different programs. So before starting this, the field is picking up since the start of the pandemic, and the job prospects are going to be very attractive for this summer and also in a few years. So they can do the 3 years technique, and after that, of course, they're gonna find a job in this market. So the 3 different deck that we have in this school is the hotel management technique, food service management, and tourism technique. For the hotel management, to become an assistant manager of a hotel, supervisor in accommodation service, of course, to go in this domain, the youth really need to be social, like the one who wants to talk to people. The second one, for management of a food service establishment. This program is made for those who are passionate about food service and human contact, enterprising profile, organized, and manual. And finally, the tourism technique, specialist in the promotion of travel products for a youth person who is interested in the world of travel and tourism, particularly in the promotion of travel products, to become a forfeitist and a technician in tourism, like to work with people, and also is very organized and methodical. And finally, the 5th school of technical as to program. So it's early childhood education and special care counseling. The DEC in childhood education and the DEC in special education, which are addressed to youth people who want to work in helping relationships and in intervention with people. The first DEC is for those who want to work with child from 0 to 6 years old in daycare, and the DEC in special education gives training to youth people who want to work with different clienteles, who have different problems, and who we want to help better adapt to society. The profiles required are analytical, social, of course, investigative, like to understand human behavior and to help others. These 2 DECs include 3 internships in the workplace. So the first one is for the observation, and the 2 others are to work directly, for example, in the daycare. The placement rates is also very attractive. It's practically 100%. And further studies at the university are also possible and very relevant for specialized towards different clienteles. So a few words about the pre-university DECs. Very solid 2 years training in the humanities of art and letters, and it leads directly to fascinating careers at university. So when the youth do a DEC in 2 years, they need to go to university after. Each program has 2 or 3 profiles, and we're gonna see them right now. So the first DEC is social science. So there's 3 different profiles. The first one is civilization and citizenship. They need to be interested in politics, sociology, and history. And with university studies, you can become a lot of different things, but for example, a lawyer, historian, sociologist, and a political attaché. The second one is the international studies. This one is very attractive, interest in management, economy, and international relations. So with this, with university studies, you can become an economist, a human resource consultant, a manager, but there's a lot of different kind of things that you can do with this. And finally, the last one is the individual in society. The youth need to be interested in psychology, sociology, culture, and ethnicity. And with university studies, you can become a psychologist, a criminologist, a teacher, a guidance counselor. You can become a lot. And finally, we have the two different profiles in the DEC in arts, literature, and communication. The first profile is arts, and it's for the one who are interested in the world of art, design, and culture. You can become a visual artist, an interior designer, and an architect. And for the second profile, the profile media, you need to have an interest in the world of media, of course, culture, and communication. You can become a consultant, communication, an advertising designer, a journalist, and way more in communication. A short stop on the R score. So the R score, without going into details, because it's very complicated, is a method of analyzing academic performance that is intended to be as fair as possible to all students regardless of their program in college. So this is the rating that will be used to consider a student for admission to university. So a few students don't really know what the R score is for, but it's really to go to university after. So in conclusion, it's almost the end of the presentation. I don't know if I was very fast or it was just fluid, but I will continue. So I will say that to increase his or her chances of success, you should encourage your young person to communicate and collaborate. It's very important for them to go search for help, to communicate their fear, and also open up to new ideas and cultures. At La Salle College, we have a lot of international students, so they will need to work with all different cultures, so they need to be open to it. Also link and connect with their teachers and also with their colleagues. Engage in their courses, their studies, and their work. They need to be there and they need to work hard to reach their goals. Invest in extracurricular projects and activities. It's very important to focus on other things than school and studies, like if they want to do a sport or arts or anything to keep them motivated for other things. Don't be shy to ask for help when they need it. When, for example, they have personal problem, they don't know what they are doing in this program, or they have questions about it, they can always refer to the personnel of the college and leave a positive self-image, because it's very important. If they need to have, for example, a letter from the college for references and everything, so they need to leave a positive self-image. So for more information, you can visit our virtual open house platform, but for people are available all day, so until 8 p.m. to answer your questions live in the meeting room. And you can also make an appointment with one of our admissions counselor to help you with your question and everything. So thank you for your attention, and we look forward to meet your child at the college. It's now time for answering the question, and I will be happy to answer them.
Donc, s'il y a des questions, on peut les écrire dans la boîte de Q&A. If you have questions, you can write them in the Q&A box. There seems not to be any questions, so thank you very much. Thank you for your time and have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. Have a good day.